Hey everybody, how you doing? Hope you're all well. Hello to you, Petchi. Okay, I wasn't asking, but okay. What do you mean with themes? Like, what you on about? Themes, I do topics and stuff, so do you actually watch my channel or something, or have you watched any of my videos? Some of them do well, some of them not so well. It's just kind of a bit random, really. Some of them have gave me 10 subs just from a video, so you never really know. It just takes time. But then there's people I've seen that have hyper edits and they're not necessarily. Yeah, how you doing, Mum Life? Hope you're well. So, hello Emilio, welcome back. Hello Lewis, how are you doing? So I want to talk a bit about this whole frickin'. I know I keep mentioning it sometimes. Oh, Golden Skull. Could try some reaction videos. Yeah. I don't know, but this whole thing about the dad bod, it's like when they say they want a guy that's got a dad bod, they don't mean some couch potato that's fat. They want a guy who's regularly hits the gym or does some kind of workouts. They don't want a guy who's a slob, basically. So I think that's men have their own kind of idea of the dad bod thing. It's women saying that, yeah, because men think, oh, it means a guy that's got a double chin and he's got love handles and a beer belly and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, there might be some women that do actually like that, but men love a woman that takes care of herself and vice versa, yeah. Because the thing is, if a woman doesn't like a guy who takes care of himself, she probably doesn't take care of herself. Because like attracts like. So that's what I've realized, is that those that like the guys that are, they're not very conscious of their health, then it's like saying, let's say you've got a man who, is very conscious of his health. It's going to put her to shame, and she's going to feel conscious, she's going to feel insecure, and I think that's what it is. There's this competition anxiety. She feels like he could do better. Thank you, Alfie. So she thinks that he can do better because she's overweight, and he isn't. He's in shape. So, hello Pedro, how are you doing? Funny we talk about this as I'm in full pamper mode. Oh really? What you mean you're in full pamper mode? What you mean you're being pampered? What you're saying? You're not wearing Pampers. Yeah, that brings me back to very early childhood. Yeah, Pampers and Huggies and all that shit. Yeah. yeah. Anyway, so all right, let's just do a bit more of the workouts instead of just me being sat here like this. I mean, I've just noticed that I sometimes get more views when I'm topless or whatever, so I'm going to do hammer curls. Actually, no, I'm going to do lat pull downs, I think. So I'm going to use because I can kind of hit the same muscles as lat pull downs by doing, the same muscles by doing lat pull downs, I'm saying. So because if I do it with neutral grip, I'll show you, then you can kind of get the brachialis. So it's kind of like you're doing that, like when you're doing it with neutral grip. But when you're doing you'll see when I'm doing the lat. Hang on a sec. When I'm doing the lat pull downs, that like you can see the muscles that are being worked. Alright, on the other side. Oh, you're doing your nails and hairs and skin, okay. So feel a better, healthy. You mean like self-care? Yeah, got you. I was dating a lady before. She was very lazy and showered less than weekly often, wore the same clothes and constantly ate junk food and ate takeaways daily. More time I spent with her, I found myself being lazy. I had to cut all ties. Yeah, they say you can pick up the habits of those around you, so yeah, just be careful who you surround yourself with. They say you become like the 5 people that you spend the most time with, so if you notice that you're taking on those habits, yeah, cut ties with that because it's not healthy at all. Yeah, definitely. So that would be, yeah, good advice to just like cut them off really, so yeah. But yeah, it's just, but yeah, guys don't need to be like super shredded, like, and I think that's what they mean with the whole dad bod thing. It's like you have to kind of find balance with like healthy lifestyle, but also do it in a way that's sustainable and we feel good and you feel healthy, and like you don't want to be like, so some people get so super shredded or they're like hungry all the time and they're just, it can fuck your mood up. I've heard it can actually help, it can fuck your testosterone up, and you don't want to be getting to that point. So if it's getting to a point where it's starting to affect your life, then that wouldn't be attractive, because you want to be performing optimally. You want to be at your peak energy. For most guys, that's somewhere between about, I'd say about probably 10-12% body fat, ultimately I would say, but maybe 15%, maybe at the most, but I don't know where I'm currently at exactly, but I'm hoping that I'm somewhere in the range of about 14%, something like that. I don't know. I'm not really I'm not an expert when it comes to determining body fat levels, but yeah, I'm just trying to just be healthy and kind of have a balance with things really, and I don't want to have to be like constantly worrying about, am I, eating exactly the right amount, because you can always like cut down if you do start putting weight on, so just kind of keeping a certain balance with it. As long as you're doing enough cardio and stuff, it should be alright, but it's just about kind of monitoring, but like not getting too obsessed, because if it starts to become your whole personality, then that can really sort of really mess you up, and that can actually be unattractive, because if you're so obsessed with measuring your food, because you see these guys where they're like measuring every gram of food, that's just, it gets to the point of it being ridiculous. Like, yeah, because if you're constantly in a cut all the time, and then you're like trying to measure your food to make sure you're in that calorie deficit, and it's like, I would just say probably the best thing to do is just try and slowly build muscle. Try not to bulk too hard, because that doesn't really help you in the long run. And then once you get to a point where you're happy with, just then maybe cut a little bit of the fat, and then you should be good then. And you can just kind of maintain roughly around that mark. So yeah, just hello Remy, what's up? I don't want to be lonely. I know it kind of sucks, because I'm like, yeah, but I was like I said with that freaking Abby, I thought that for a while that, I don't know, it was just really confusing. Like, it's just, I mean, I don't know. A lot of these freaking women these days, it's just, I don't know what it is. Is it just insecurity? Is it what? That they're too afraid to like actually do the right thing? Because, like I said, if you don't want to be with this guy if you don't want to be with this guy that she's with, then just get rid of him then. I know it might be like, easier said than done, whatever, but if you'd rather be with somebody else, then get with that person then. Put the guy out of his misery, and just don't pretend like there's still something there. Like, unless there's something I'm missing where she can't leave it for whatever reason, and like, as this guy got some kind of mental health thing where if she left him that he would just like end his own life or some shit. I mean, what's going on? It's like she's not telling me something, I don't know. Because I'm like, it doesn't make sense why she'd want to be with this guy that she's clearly not into, but she was like talking to me in secret. And so I didn't necessarily want to be talking about this publicly, but I'm like, it's just, sometimes I feel like I have to, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like people should be like held accountable. It's like, you can't just be going around doing this kind of shit. And it's just a warning to anybody that if you're gonna do this shit to me, like, I ain't gonna fucking put up with it. So I'm not gonna just be some pushover that just like will put up with nonsense. You either fucking dump this guy's ass. I don't really want to be talking to you outside of just like the live stream. It's like, why would you even want to bother with me? It's like, oh, we can just be like friends. It's like, why though? It's not like I've met her from time ago and it's like an old friend or something like that. It's just, why would I need that? If I want friends, I can talk to guys or whatever. Don't need that shit, Can you give me a video idea? By the way, I have 20 subs. Well, it ultimately comes down to what do you want to do, It's like, figure out your niche. What is it you're passionate about? Find a niche, because, then it's like, people will find it if it's something that, if you keep posting in that certain niche, then people might stay around because they look at your other videos and like, this guy is posting about stuff I'm interested in. So the problem is a lot of people trying to chase viral videos, but then the people are only interested in that one video, so then they don't become loyal viewers, and then instead of just trying to build up a loyal fan base where you're posting a certain type of content that you're interested in, you're building up your audience on that thing. A lot of people are just trying to put random video things out, hoping that they're going to pop off. Takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. find your niche, that your passion. Like maybe, for example, someone might be into, I don't know, magic. Like I like magic, but I did actually have a magic channel, but I didn't really take it very far. But I don't know. But if you just keep doing that, then the right people are going to find it, and you could start collaborating with people in that niche. Then more people start finding you. They watch all your content, and then they want to keep watching more of it because they know what to expect from you. But if you're just chasing viral videos, you're just putting random shit out. I mean, my stuff is around self-improvement, and so it might seem a bit random, but it all kind of connects. Health, wealth, relationships. That's kind of my niche that I do. Because to me, it's all connected. Because yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do some shrugs, I think. So yeah, just whatever your niche is. For some people, it might be cooking, or you just make content around that one thing. Like if you start putting out random shit that's not in that niche, then people just don't know what to expect from you. So if people don't know what to expect from you, then how can you build a loyal fan base? It's just not going to happen, is it? Really, you're just going to have these kind of fleety people who fall off. Like, it's better to have a smaller, loyal subscriber base than a big amount of subscribers that don't really follow what you're doing, Just find that niche that you really want to excel in. So yeah, it's just my bit of advice. Alright, no more chat going on. Probably gonna get off here in a minute. But I've enjoyed it tonight, I guess. It's been okay. Could have been better, but sometimes it's like that. Just get all these lurkers, really. No, I'm not on steroids, no. Are you for real? Do I look like I'm on steroids? Oh, really? Sounds like you're trolling me or something. Yeah. I don't think you're really being serious, are you? Alright, here we go. Let's just do a few of these. Underdog says, "No man, what do you mean? Hello Asia, hope you're well. Hope you've all all had a good day today, guys. It's flickering now, fuck's sake. Oh, really? I need to get my hair cut soon. It's just like, yeah. Anyway, let's do a few of the half squats. Anybody still there? How you guys doing tonight? Hope you're all well. It's my back. I haven't got anywhere to do pull-ups in here. I can't do a lot of pull-ups. I'm a tall guy, I struggle, but go back and look at my part workout from the other week, the one I did in Leeds. So just go type in Leeds part workout on my channel, and I only managed about, well, with like pronated grip, about 3 reps or something, which is not really great, but I was trying to do it with some control though, but I don't know how many I'd be able to do if I just try to crank out as many as quickly as I can. I don't know, but 14 in a row. How tall are you? I managed to do a few like chin-ups, but those are a little bit easier for me because I can use my biceps, do a bit of a flex there. But yeah, it's that's the advantage of like chin-ups, because it's a little bit easier I find. But then someone was saying that they find chin-ups harder. I guess it just depends on how strong your biceps are. Hello, Wally, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. Gonna get off here in a second, I think. But yeah. But yeah, I'll show you like an old photo of mine. Here's from like about 8 years ago. So look at that. Look at my neck there. Look at it now, guys. Look at the difference, guys. Look how weak my neck looks there. I don't know if it's like the perspective or something, but nah, it's not. I don't think like, because it doesn't look like the image is kind of distorted in any way. So that's just because my neck was weak there. Look at that. Also look at my jawline as well. I think like my jawline's developed quite a bit since as well. So it goes to show like the looksmaxxing stuff, you can actually achieve something with it. Like, because I remember like at school, we had this thing where everybody in the class would like rate each other out of 10. It was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why is everybody rating each other's attractiveness? And it's like, I think somebody gave me a 6 at the time, but I know I've like improved since then. So yeah, but I was just kind of like awkward looking, and my hairstyle wasn't. I used to just have like a straight up buzz cut, and I would just let it grow out a bit, and then I would just kind of do different things and whatever. Um, but yeah, I just like since I've been like strengthening my jawline and stuff like that, it's definitely pushed me up in attractiveness. So wide grip is best. I guess it depends what you're going for. Because with like the chin ups, you can target your biceps, but actually, headbangers are supposed to be one of the best bicep exercises. Never tried it. Don't know if I'll be able to do it, but maybe I'll give it a go. Maybe I'll see if that's something I'll be able to do this year. Headbangers, because they'd be good for the biceps. It's just like my body weight and all that, but like last time I weighed myself, I was about 14 stone 10, a height of 6'4", so I've got the height and the weight against me kind of thing when it comes to a lot of these sort of things. But some say a wide grip's better because it targets the lats more, because it puts them in a more stretched position or something. I don't know. But then there's people argue about stretch mediated hypertrophy, whether it actually is as important as what people say it is. There's people like Kino Body that talks about doing, like not necessarily doing full range of motion, because you see them a lot of the time doing half reps when it comes to certain things in the, top position. But I don't know, it's just, I think it's good to add in full range of motion, but I would just kind of do that to be on the safe side, just kind of like, it's good to get in some like full range to get that stretch. I think it's good to hit different parts of that range of motion. Yeah, they're going about slow negatives, but it turns out that slow negatives really aren't that important, because the problem with slow negatives is that, I mean, I guess it's like if you're doing really slow negatives, then you're not going to be able to do as many reps. Like, it's just, I think the reason why slow negatives, they say that the good is that it can help prevent like injuries, and it helps build like mind muscle connection. But if you can like, just do really fast reps, but arguably they're probably just as good if you get to failure. The main thing is muscular failure, as far as I understand, but you don't necessarily have to have super slow negatives, but maybe it's better in terms of injury prevention. But you're going to work different like types of your muscle fiber types if you'd say do fast positive and slow negative. So you work fast twitch and slow twitch that way, I guess. Time under tension, back is a big muscle, trust me. Yeah, but it's just there were some studies that actually found that you can do as little as like a 1 second negative and still build muscle with that. Because they was talking about it on like science-based lifters, and found no correlation with slow negatives, where some people do like crazy like 8 second negatives and like even 10 second negatives. I just don't think there's any need for that. Even 3 seconds might be a bit overkill, but it all comes down to the individual. Like, I think the main thing, as long as you're not just like dropping the weight, like as long as you have some control over the weight, I think is important. But it's just, the argument is that if you're doing like really slow negatives, then it gets to a point where
you're either going to be able to do less reps or have to use a lighter weight. So there'll be actually less mechanical tension. So arguably, like, then, I mean, not necessarily less, but like it's probably going to equalize. Let's say, you're doing heavy weights and and it's like there's, you have a bit of like where it's like you're not, it's like your negatives not necessarily as, maybe it's more fast and it's like, but you can do more reps kind of thing. And you just go fast, fast, fast. But with like slow negatives, you're just kind of like spending a lot of time in that negative where it's like you're not, because you're a lot like kind of stronger in the negative. So arguably spending too much time in that may like kind of, whether that's maybe a good idea or not, I don't know. But it's just everyone's got their own preferences, and maybe it's good to mix both up and confuse the muscles from time to time, where you do faster negatives with slower negatives. So then the body has to adapt constantly, and yeah, I don't know. It's like some people are always talking about that. I remember, I think Matt Irvin, he was talking about that, and he literally like just does arm and leg training, and he's got a pretty well developed back as well, but his chest's kind of lacking a bit from that. But because he said he can't train his chest directly because of muscular imbalances, but yeah, but he was talking about changing things up and causing a bit of chaos, so then the body has to then adapt and get stronger. And because if you keep doing the same thing over and over, then is that what causes plateaus? Because that's what's suggested, that can cause plateaus. So, but super slow negatives, I don't know. I might have to talk to Mark about that, and whether he thinks that super slow negatives would be better than just like a kind of 1 second negative where you just kind of, you have some control over it, but yeah, but basically it's mainly about mechanical tension. And yeah, time under tension is important, but like it's time under heavy tension is more important. It's quality, not quantity, or sort of thing. It's like yeah, you have all this time under tension, but then you're just like you're weak, you're stronger in that negative. So like I mean, but when you explode up, there's a lot more force going on there. Like there's a lot more like kind of muscles being recruited in that positive, like because you're really having to like force up because you're going against gravity. Whereas when you're resisting the negative, you're just resisting gravity on the way down. So like I don't know, I think that it's probably good to have a balance, but I don't know. But I don't think it's as important as what some people make it out to be. I think it's more just that if your focus is just on trying to lift as heavy as you can with no control, that can cause injuries. So having that mind muscle connection is important for that, and to make sure also you're not like cheating and using other muscles that you're, because when a lot of times when people go really heavy and they're just trying to force the weight up and they're not really controlling it, then oftentimes they can be using other muscles to do it. So anyway, so yeah, all right, I think I'm gonna get going, guys. All right, I'll see you later.